Okay, let me share the screen. The last class, I was explaining about that. I was explaining about the dev environment we are discussing. Okay, when you are taking the dev environment, first we need to install the JDK. Then we are going to install the one IDE. That's a IntelliJ IDE. We are going to use it here, and then JIT. So on JIT basics, we are looking at that here. So JIT, if we are going to learn about that here. This JIT and uh, and I asked you people to create a one GitHub account. So once you create a GitHub account, the Git will help you managing the versions of the your code. How the initially when you create a repository, how we are going to push the code it into the repository. I was explaining about that here. Okay, cool. The first thing is when you create a GitHub account, you may not have the any repositories. Like no, these repositories will be empty. Suppose if I'm taking this is a repository I created yesterday. If you want, we can delete that as well. Like no, suppose if you don't require this repository anymore, where you can say that here delete. So not disable, delete this repository. So I want to delete this repository. I read, and then we are going to type the below in the box. Like no, this is what they're asking you to type. We would be deleting that. So once you delete, then this is asking the confirmation. I can delete this branch. I have deleted this branch. Then once you deleted that branch, so then you cannot get it back that here. Okay, cool. So now here you are a new user. Suppose just imagine that you are a new user. Like no, you are going to create a one repository. You are going to create it here. This is what I'm creating the new repository I'm creating here. This repository, I would be saying it as a learning Git basics. Okay, this is what I'm giving here. And this is a public repository. Create a repository. Now here they are giving the help. Hey, if you want to add something, okay, add collaborator, start coding with the code spaces or add a collaborator to this repository. You can invite the people to contribute to this project. Now here to create a new repository, command line is this is a command line. They are going to say that here because this is empty repository we created. Once you created this repository, you can do this way. So first you are going to create a one README file and you are doing the init. You are initializing the git init. So suppose if you want to do manually that you want to do that here, what you can do here is you can create a one of the directories like cd dot dot cd dot dot cd dot dot undo cd dot dot undo document cd dot dot. I'm going here pwd. The present working directory is this. My present working directory is this, and I'm going to see that is here ls. What are the folders it is having here? We are seeing here, and there is something called the November 2024 WS, the workspace you are going to. I'm climbing that to the November workspace. And here we are going to see that what are the folders you are having here, RM minus RF. I'm removing the learning Git basics. I'm removing here. I don't have anything here. Just I'm going to clear this. Okay. In this directory, we don't have anything here. Okay. What we have done is here. It's a simple thing, guys. It's not nothing great here. In the document, here we created a the directory. Okay. Otherwise, you can in the desktop. Okay. Here, if you take this here, desktop, and we have a document, and we have a or in the documents we want to do these things. What I did was just let me explain this here. New folder. We created a November 2024 -ws. This is what I created. WS, not JS. Okay, let me rename this here WS. This is the one workspace I created here. And November, what are the projects I'm going to create it here? I'm going to put it in this folder. Next thing is here we created a one new repository. What is that new repository name I created? Learning Git basics. Okay, I'm going to create a one folder I created here. Now I want to commit this folder. Okay, we are learning the Git. When you're learning the JIT, like first thing is I want to create a one new file called the new file. We want to create it here. This is easy for us to creating the file in file from the command prompt. Now I'm going to open this in command prompt. I'm going to open here. Okay, this is I'm learning in JIT basics. I'm in this folder. I can see this here. PWD current directory is this learning Git basics here in. Now you can do the file creation. So echo, okay, some message. So welcome to Git world. I'm saying here the pipeline. We are going to say it as a day one or basics dot txt. This is a text file. I'm going to say that here. You write it into this text file. If you go back and see that here we created a one file basics.txt file, and it has got this text. Welcome to this. Welcome to this. You have written here. Today I made this is a progress. I made it, and I created a one folder. I created a one basics.txt file I created. Now we want to maintain so far whatever I have done that here, we want to maintain one version. I want to commit to the my GitHub repository. The first thing is your repository, like no, you created a remote repository. This is what you created, a remote repository you created, learning Git basics. Here they are saying that here, hey, you create a one file and JIT init. You are initializing the JIT related, what are the files and the folders it's required here. We want to initialize that. So first you will be saying here JIT init. You be in the directory. You said say that JIT init. You are initializing the JIT. Okay. Now once initialization is done, now you can check the JIT status. JIT status, I'm going to do that here. Hey, you are on the master branch. No commits yet. Untracked files, you have a one untracked files. You want to add for the tracking. They are saying it as a JIT add. So first command is we learn about the JIT init. Okay, there is a command called the init. We learn about that here. JIT init. This is going to initialize the JIT directory. It is going to initialize. Yesterday we have seen that ChatGPT. We asked JIT init initialize the new repository in the current directory. Okay. The next one is once you init that, then we are going to add the files. Suppose you created a one more file. Okay, just imagine that echo. We are going to say it as echo. We will be saying that here git basic command list. This is what, and we are using the just you will be writing here commands dot txt. There is another file I created. Now I created the two files. If you look at here, ls, we have a two files. One is a basics, another one is a commands. Now, if I look at here, git status, I have a two unstaged files. I have a two unstaged files. One is a basics.txt, another one is a commands.txt. Now, which these two files we want to add for the tracking. We want to add for the tracking. If you want to add an individual file, you can do that here, git basics .txt. Okay, hey, I don't want to add for tracking this file because we are not yet ready. So only I want to commit this. You can only add like no git add. I can do that particular file name, or you can, if you want to commit both the files, if you want to add for the tracking both the files, you would use the dot. Dot means if you have a multiple files, all the files you want to add it. If you want to add a individual files, you have to give the file name. That is a git add command. Okay, if you are taking here git add dot, git add file adds the file to the this is the thing. Okay, let me copy these commands as well. Okay. Anyhow, ChatGPT is there for these days. Everyone is using. There is no point in repeating this content in our files. Okay, just that's fine. Git add, if I do this here, now it is going to add for the tracking. Now these files are tracked by the Git. What are the modifications you are making here? Everything will be recorded by the Git. Now next one is we want to commit this code. Okay, Git commit -m. You give the message. What is the message you want to give it here? So this is a initial commit of commit. Okay, initial commit, I'm going to say that. Okay, I said the initial commit. Now, so far, whatever I have done that here, you have committed in the local, not in the remote. Now, I need to push this code to the remote repositories. Okay, we learn the one more command called the here, git add, either you can give the file name or dot. Then we did the git commit -m message. What is the message you want? You put it in a message, you are going to put that here. Once I have done that here, then finally we are going to push this code. In order to push this code, here you have a remote repository. Okay, here we are going to say that here, git commit and git branch -m. Okay, you can create a main branch, you can create it here. Out of this, you are going to create a main branch. Okay, now you can see here, git branch. You are in a main branch. You are in a main branch. So git -m main branch, you are going to take it here. And finally, we are adding the Git repository you are adding to this here. Like now for this folder, for this Git repository, what is the remote URL you are going to add it here? Add remote. This is what I'm going to add it here. Once I added that here, then I can do the git push -u origin is a main. We are going to say that here. Git push -u origin main. This code is going to be pushed to the your main repository. Now, if you go back and refresh this here, you will get the basics, and this is what you added here. This is what you added here. You can see that here, git basic command. We added, welcome to this. And here you can see that here, git basic command. This is the command list. You are going to find it here. Now, here we are going to update our git basic commands. Like now, here we are updating the git basic commands. Like now, okay. Basic command, we are going to update that here. First one is we learn about the init. We learn git init, and git, we are going to learn about the add dot, and git, we learn about the commit -m, some message we are going to say that here, some message you are writing here. Okay, then we are going to say that here, to see the logs, git log. So to see the branch, git branch, you can see the branch. These are the basic commands we learned so far. Like now you can see here, git log, which will say that here, what is the commit ID? This is a hash, the commit hash, it is going to take it here. And what is your commit message? Who committed this? And what is the date? You will be seeing that here. And now next one is, we are going to say that here, git branch. What is the current branch you are in? I'm in the main branch. I'm in the main branch. Now I added these some things I added here, and I'm going to save this file. If you look at here, git status, if I check that here, it is saying that here, hey, you made this some modification in this. You made this some modifications. If you want to update what will be committed, you add this to restore the file. If you want to discard the changes, whatever you did that here, you can use the git restore, the file name, you can use it here. Which one you want to take it here, you can take that here. Now, suppose if I'm taking here git add, the file name, you can do that here, r dot. Okay, now here we are going to say that here, git commit -m added basic commands of git. Now you do this here, git push. Now you would be doing here, already it knows about your remote repository. So everything it has been configured, just you are going to do the git push you are doing here. That's it. You are done with that here. you are done with the Git push. Now, if you go back and look at in your remote repository, so earlier it was having the Git basic line. Now you can see that here, and this is a commit you have done that here. You can compare. Hey, what are the changes I made it here? You can compare that here. Here it will say that here. Here the spelling was something different, and it's a change that here, and we added the some extra lines, and it is going to print that here. You added the git init, and these are the comments you added here. And now the other team members, he wants to clone this project. You want to clone this project. Just imagine that. Suppose I change the laptop, cd dot dot, I'm going here, and here we are going to say that here, rm minus rf learning, okay, learning basic. I'm going to remove this here. Now, if I look at here, I don't have anything. Now, today I changed my laptop, and where I want to clone the existing project from to the my local directory, you want to clone that here. When you want to clone that here, you must have the access to that here. Either you should have the credentials, or you should have the access key, or your SSH key must be added here. Now, here, why do you need SSH key is, so you can use the username and password. Like, no, you may be having the multiple repositories in your GitHub. You may need to multiple repository you have created in a GitHub. And whenever you are cloning the project from your laptop, what you will do here is you will create a one SSH key. You will create a one SSH key. This SSH key, you are going to set it in your profile. You are going to your profile under settings, profile or settings. You copy this SSH key. You will be telling that here, this is where, hey, you would be configuring that here. And once it is configured, then I can clone the project from the GitHub repository. How are you going to clone that here? We'll take it here. If you go back to this project, and here you will get a SSH, and you copy this here, you would use the command called the git clone. Hey, clone the repository. Just you would be saying here, you are going to clone that repository. It is cloned now. So cd, I can learning basics, and I can see here git log. What are the commits it has done that here? There is a two commits. It has done that here. One is initial commit. Another one is added a basic commands. It is added here. Basic commands. You can see that here. What are the changes it is made? You can see all the commits. You can see that here. Now, when you are working, suppose you are working in a project, then what it happens is here. If you are fixing or if you are creating a new feature, they will ask you to the, hey, main is a code, main branch. Like now you have a main branch, you will have a dev branch, you will have a something called the QA. Okay, this is a dev, this is a main branch, and this is a dev. This is a, we'll put it as a QA. We will take it as a this way. Or like no dev and generally QA will not be there. So the main and dev, and you can create a feature branch. Suppose you are working on some new feature. From the main branch, you would be creating the one new branch. You are going to create it here. And what are the changes? What are the fix you are doing here? You will fix that in your branch. You test it in a locally. You test that in a locally. Locally, you will test that here. If things are fine, you will merge to the dev. You will test it in a dev. Then you will create a PR pull request to the main branch from your feature branch to the main branch. You are going to create it here. Let me explain this here. Okay. What happens is here, when you are working in any project or any product, if you are working on that here, the code also will be maintained in different branches. And certain people will have only write access in this. Everybody will not have the right access. The reason is the code, whichever, yeah. Somebody has a question. Guys, you guys are with me? Any questions, by the way? Okay, what are the terminology I'm telling? If you're not familiar with that, don't worry. Like no, you will be using multiple times. You will get familiar with that. And this is what exactly the moment you start any job, new job, or any company, you switch to that. So you will be working from the day one. You will be working on this JIT. Yeah. Um, y- Now, what I was explaining here, this is a main branch. Any questions, by the way? Okay.
No,
Any
sir.
questions? No? Okay. Cool. Where is this? I was explaining. Yeah. Here, any project when you're working on that here, there will be a main branch, and this is a main branch which is in the production. It is going to run it in a production server. It will be running that here. The main will be in the production. The code, if it goes to the production, and the deployment will happen. Before going to the production, now the things should be tested. Things should be tested. So the testing and everything should happen in like developers will test in a dev branch, and they may deploy the before going to the main. Before going to the main, they may create a one more branch. Okay, this is you can say that as a pre-prod or like no. So QA they will say that here pre-prod or QA, they will be saying that here, or they may tag with some number, and this code will be deployed into the QA. This is a place where QA guys are going to be tested. The QA, what are the code it is there? Like now the features are, first it will be released to the dev and the developers will be testing, and the QA, they will be testing in a QA branch. They would be testing that QA branch, whatever it is there deployed, that will be tested in QA. Now, the from the QA, you can take to the main, or from your local to the main, you can take that. Either ways, it's fine, and depends on the company what strategy they are using. They will follow that here. Like no, so local whatever you dev tested, and that will be moved to the main, and where your QA is going to be before that the main whatever it's going to the main, you will be deploying to the QA, and the QA will be tested here. Now the point is here, what I want to tell you is that here, whenever you are fixing, like no, whenever you fixing some bug, or whenever you are working new feature, you always create a feature branches. Once you create a feature branches and you are going to code it in a feature branch, that feature branch, if things are fine, working, everything is fine, then finally it will be merged to the main branch. Now I will tell you that how you are going to create a branch. Suppose if I want to create a branch, you can create from here, or you can create from the command line also. So first I'll show you that here how to create a branch. Create a new branch. This branch, you are going to take the source is this, and I will be saying it as a, this branch name is, I'll be saying it as a, okay, this branch name, I can say it as some name we want to give that here. Okay, let's put it as a feature slash. I will be giving it as a feature slash, and I will be saying that as a uh, uh, command docs. Okay, I'm going to give it as a feature slash command docs. I'm going to say that here. Now this is a branch which is created here, and if you look at this branch, this will be the same as your like now main, but we have a two branches now here. Default branch is a main branch, and we have a the feature slash. We have got the command docs. You are going to create it here. Now, in order to get the latest code, you would be using in command prompt git pull. You are going to do the git pull. And here you are going to see that here git branch. You are getting that here git branch minus a. All the branches you are going to get it here. You are going to get the branches you are getting here. This is a branch you are having here. Remote commands you are having here. I want to check out this branch. In order to check out this branch, we are going to do that here. Git checkout your branch name. What is a branch name? This is a branch name you are going to check out here. Now here, if you look at here, git branch, it is going to show that here you are in the feature branch. You are not in the main branch, you are in the feature branch. Now you are going and doing the some text editing you are doing here. Okay, some text editing you are going to do this here. Git basic, git init. You are adding these. Okay, hey, you didn't like this here. You're going to add this here. Okay, then you are going to add this is the one. Some other explanation you are going to add it here. And you added the few commands you are going to add it here. Git init, git clone, git status, git add file, add dot, messages, and git branch, git checkout branch. Like no, this is a branching commands. These are the branching commands which you are going to take it here, and you are going to add the git branch. This is what we are discussing here. Git branch lists all the branches in the repository. Git branch name, it is going to create a new branch. Git checkout branch name. Git switch branch name, another way to switching the branch, alternative to do the checkout. Git merge, you are going to merge the specific branch into the current branch. Git branch minus d branch name, you can delete the branches. This is the branch related commands. Now I added these things, save anyway. So now here from command prompt, I want to commit the changes. Now if I check this here, git status, here we have got the commands. Here we have got the commands, and you can find the git diff. Git diff. Okay, what is the difference? You can find that here. Okay, you can paste this here. You can find the difference. Okay, earlier it was this line was deleted. This line, all the lines are deleted, and these are the things you added newly. If you see that everything is fine, git add dot. I'm going to git commit minus m. I'm going to say that as a added detailed explanation about git basic commands. Okay, then we are going to say that here, and we are going to say it as a git push. Now we are pushing to this branch. You see here, if you look at your GitHub repository, your GitHub repository, you are in a main branch. If you look at here, main branch doesn't have that code because it is there in the feature branch. If you go and look at that here, it is in the feature branch. See, why these branching strategies are required is here. When you are working in a project, there will be multiple people will be working. Some of them may be working on the bug fixes. Some of them may be working on the new feature. And they will be doing their work in their own respective branches. Once they are done that here, they are going to test it in a locally, then they are going to test it in a dev, and finally that is going to be merged to the main. And you need not to wait for anyone. Like now, you created your own branch. You are creating your own workspace. Then finally, you are going to do all these things, and you are going to commit that here. At times, you may have the merge conflicts also. If the same time two people are working in the same file, and if they make modification in the same line, the both of them has made modification, then you will end up with the conflicts. Whenever you get the conflicts, you have to resolve that conflicts. We'll discuss that, how to resolve that conflict. Now, I'm going to no, this is a thing, and I have done that here. As a junior, somebody has done that here. Now here, he felt it is okay. Then this should go for the review, or this should be approved by somebody. Then he has to create a PR. PR stands for the pull request. Okay, compare and pull request is going to say that here, hey, this is a one, and you are going to add the pull request you are adding here, and you can add the reviewers. Who is the reviewers? We can add it here. Currently, I don't have any reviewers because this account is at the only one user. So if you want, you can add the reviewers. We can add it here. We can add a multiple people, and where we can make it as a one of them as a reviewer, you can make it here. Once you are done with that here, then finally you can create a pull request. You can create a pull request, and in this pull request, you can see what are the changes it is happened. Like no, you can see here files are changed. Only one file is changed. This is a thing, and this is what it is there, and the pull request is on. Now you can say that here, merge pull request, then this branch is going to be merged to the main. This branch is going to be merged to the main. Now the main also will have this, the code, whatever you committed now, the same code will be there. PR is a pull request, and the pull request, what it does is that it will, somebody has to approve that pull request once you create a pull request, and your team members or your tech lead is going to review your code. If everything is fine, is going to accept that pull request, that will be merged to the respective branch. Cool. Now here, you want to see that here, Git branch, if I say that here, I am in currently in feature branch. Okay, if there is any update, if you want to get that here, Git pull, you will get the everything is up to date, or like the main branch, it is going to be updated here. Here it is saying that here github.com origin main has been updated and already up to date. It is saying that in the current branch. So now this merging can be done from the locally, you can do that here, or you can do through by using the pull request. Always recommended way is by using the pull request is a better option. Suppose if you want to do merging from the local, how to do that branch merging? Let me explain that here. Here we created so far we created some 10 commands we created here, branch delete. And now I'm going to take the few other things I'm taking here. Remote repositories, git add remote repository, git fetch. These are the things. What is these commands are doing? Just explanation we are adding here. If you look at here, git branch delete, git remote add, we are going to add the remote URL you would be adding here. Git push -u origin branch name, and pushes the local branch to the remote repository, sets that upstream as a branch. Git push, it is going to push the changes to the remote repository. Git pull fetches and merge the changes from the remote repository into the current branch. Git fetch, download the changes from the remote repository without merging them. Downloads the changes from the remote repository without merging them. Here, in case of the pull, it is going to get and merge it into your local code. It is going to be merged that here. Okay. Now I added the few things I added here. Now I want to do this here. Git status, if I check that here, there is a one file, it is made the modified. Git add doc, git commit -m added remote command. Okay, then you doing here git push. When you do the push, you are doing the push to the the current branch. Okay. Now what do you want to do here is a git merge. We want to do the merge. Git merge, we want to do that here. Git merge. Okay, here if you look at here, git merge. Where is this? Git merge the branch name. Okay, merges the specified branch into the current branch. Okay. Now here, first be in the main branch. Git checkout. First you see that git branch. Okay, now currently the star means this is a place where you are in, and you want to switch to the main branch. Then we are going to say it as a git checkout main. I'm in the main branch. If you feel that is there any update, just you do that git pull. It is going to get the latest code from the remote repository. So yeah, it got the remote repository. It got some changes. It got it here, and everything is up to date. Now I'm going to do that here. Git merge. This is a place where you are going to merge the feature branch. I'm going to merge this here. Git merge. I'm going to merge this feature branch, and it is asking the commit message shift:*q. Just you say that here. That's what shift:*q. That's a message you would be giving here. Git status, if I check that here, so you can push. There is some local changes are there. Your branch is head of 2 commits. You want to push that code. Yeah, git push. Now this will be pushed to the main branch. It is going to push that here. What are the commands you added here? What are the new things we added here? What are the new things we added here? We can see in the main branch, like now before refreshing that, this is what it is having here. Now, if you refresh, you will get this commands. You are going to get it here. This is another way you can merge from the local machine. You are going to merge that here. Okay, now we understood how to push the code, how to pull the code, how we are going to create a branch, and how we are going to commit into the branch, and how do you create a pull request and merging to your branch it into the main branch. We discussed about this. Any questions so far? Any questions? Okay, we will be doing the multiple times. Even some things are not clear. I'm saying that here. Don't worry. That's what I'm saying here. Now here, if you want to see the history, okay, if you want to see the history, how this is the history, it is evolved. We want to see that here. Again, we are going to add it here. This is what. There is some command called the git log. Already we have discussed about that git log. Already we discussed about the git log. Just we are going to say that here, git log, which will give what are the commits so far it is happened. Okay, we added the initial commit, added basic command and detail, and this is all this. Git log -1 line. It is going to give the 1 line commit. It's going to give it here. This is a commit. Okay, merging the pull request, adding the details, basic, initial commit. Like no, these are the things we did this so far. Okay, we did this so far. So all the commits you want to get it in a 1 line explanation. You want to get it here. Now what we did was here we added some other things we added here. Git status. I'm going to check that here. There is a okay. This is a file we haven't saved this here. Save anyway. Now you will get the git status. I'm going to check that here. Okay, this is a file. Now, can someone tell me how do you add for this file for the tracking? Okay, how do you find that you are what is the branch you are in? How do you find that what branch you are in? How do you check that?
Git branch.
Very good. Now we are in the main branch. How do you switch to the feature branch? We don't want to do it in the main branch. We want to do our commit into the feature branch. How do you do that?
Git checkout.
Git checkout.
Branch name.
Checkout.
Branch name.
Okay.
One branch, I think.
Yeah, this is a branch name. You want to check out this here. Cool. We are doing the checkout. You switch to your branch. You check that here. Now we are going to see that here git status. One file is uncommitted. Like no, this file has went to some changes. So you want to add further tracking. Okay, you want to update this like no file permanently into our Git. What will you do? How do you add these changes? This file changes into your Git tracking.
Git add file name.
Git add. Shall I give it as a dot or file name? Yeah, either way it's fine. Okay, we'll go with the dot. I'm going here. Okay, then once I add that, will it be added to the remote repository? The changes? No.
No,
Then
we need to commit it.
Commit. Git commit -m.
Message.
Added what you can say log git log commands. Git log commands. Okay, then you are going to do the next. What do you need to do in order to commit the change to the remote repository? Git push. You are going
need to push.
Okay, now your remote repository, and now I want to compare that here. Git diff feature branch, and we are going to say that as a main branch. What is the difference? There is a difference. This is the difference. Git log display these things are not there. It is saying here. these things are not there in your main branch. Okay, it is going to compare the main with this with the main we are comparing here. Main doesn't have this code. Okay, anyway, that's fine. Now we did the git push, we have done that here. Git push, did we commit that here? Even if you do this here, git push, it will say that everything is up to date, nothing to push. It may say that here, everything is up to date. Now, how do you merge the whatever there in the feature branch you want to merge to the main branch? What are the options you have? Two options you have. One is like, no, you can create a pull request. Another one is from the local branch, you can merge that here. First, we'll see that how do you merge the local branch. Okay. In order to merge it into the main branch, what is the first thing we need to do? That you ensure that the branch which you want to merge, the target branch, you have to switch to the target branch. What should I do now here? Okay, what I'm asking is that we are going to say it as a Git branch. Now, currently I am in a feature branch. I have committed some things and these changes I want to merge to the main branch. My target branch is here, main. In order to merge that, the step number one is you be in the target branch. And then you merge what is the branch you want to merge. You use the merge command and you merge it into the target branch. Yeah. How do you switch to this main branch? How do you switch to the main branch? Can someone please?
Need to check out first.
Yeah, check out main.
And
Okay, what is the next command?
git merge.
Merge feature
Feature.
slash the branch. You are going to merge it here. Oh, okay. Feature slash, we are going to say it as a command docs. Okay. You are going to merge this here. Now here, this is the commit. It is going to do that here. For this shift Q, you say that here, it is going to be committed. Now, is it just I merged here? Will this code will be available in a remote repository? No. You can see here, git status, if I check that here. So there is your branch is a head of 2 commits. Like, if you want to publish this local commit to the main branch, you have to do the git push. Okay, I'm doing the git push, I'm doing here. It has pushed here. Everything looks fine here. Now here we are going to check the git branch. If I'm checking here, git branch, this is the one. And git, now I'm doing the git compare. Okay, git diff, I'm going to compare the git diff. Okay, main branch with the feature slash command docs. It should say everything is same. There is no difference. Both are same, it is saying here. Now I want to check out the git checkout. I'm going to the feature branch. I'm going here. Git checkout. I want to delete that feature branch command. Okay. Git -d. Okay. Ensure that you are not in that branch. You are not in that branch. Now you are in a different branch. The branch which you want to delete that, you shouldn't be in that branch. You should be in a different branch. You would be saying it as a git -d feature. Okay. Feature slash command slash doc. Commands docs, you are going to say that here. Okay. -d is a capital D. Git branch. We want to delete that branch. Okay. Git branch. Sorry, I made a mistake. Git branch -d. Git branch -d. We are going to say that is a okay, branch -d. You are going to delete that here. Now here we are going to do this here. Git push. Okay, this has been everything is fine. Now I deleted the local branch. I deleted here. I deleted the local branch. I deleted here, but still it will be there in the remote repository. Still, it will be there in the remote repository. It will be there here, main, and this is a one. Like now, if you want to delete the branches, what you can say here, branches, you go here, and this branch is no more required. You can go on to delete this branch. Like now, this branch has been deleted here. You don't find this branch anymore. So this has been deleted. Only one branch you are having here. Okay. Now, if you want to create one new branch, you want to create it here. If you want to create a new branch,
So question. So when we deleted the branch using the git command, right? Git branch command, and we push the changes to the remote, like on a git side. Why it
Correct.
was not deleted?
No. The delete fold, like now when you are using the push command, you are in the main branch, correct? You deleted that. The branch tracking, like local branch, whatever you deleted here, it won't be deleted in the remote repository. Now, explicitly, you should go and delete that. Or there might be some equivalent command which can say that no, deleted branch you can remove from the remote repository. There should be some other command which I am not aware of that. Generally, I do that this way. Like local branch, I'll delete, and I'll go on to delete from the remote repository. I'll do that here. And another one is you may not have the permission to delete all the branches. Which are the branches you created? Those branches can be deleted. Yeah. So we need to see that what is the command for that. Like now, whenever we delete locally, you want to delete from the remote repository also. So if you want to, like whenever I push that, it has to take that. Just we need to see that. Even I'm not aware of that. Generally, what I'll do here is sometimes what happen, the code you might have checked the dev branch, but something you might have messed up. Then what you'll do, you will delete from your local branch, you will delete, and you will get the latest code from the remote. Yeah. And if I accidentally, if I commit and if I delete from the local, if it is deleted from the remote repositories also, like no, it is difficult to get it back, that code. So we shouldn't be taking the chance. That's where when you don't require the branch explicitly, you will have access to this page, and you go and commit, you go and delete explicitly, select that branch and you delete that. Yeah, if you want to find the command, like which when you delete, it should delete in the remote repository. You can check that. Yeah. The next one is here to create the branch. You can create a branch from the generally whenever you are the branching strategy is also like this. Suppose you are working in a project and you have given some fix. Let's take it as a contract is not ending. Contract. Okay, you are working in some project where it involves the contract, or it requires the. Okay, let's take it as the invoice download failing. Okay, invoice download is failing. This is a ticket, and this ticket will have the one number. This number is, let's take it as a TG 1001. He has created the ticket. He has created the ticket, and this ticket explanation is going to give that as a who is testing that here. Hey, invoice is not downloading. His download is failing. And then you will give the detailed explanation about that, which environment and when this is the the details is going to provide it here with the screenshots and everything. You will create a ticket. The tester details, I'm going to take that here. He is going to give the explanation about that, something you would be saying here. Now here, this ticket is going to be assigned to you. Hey, you need to fix this. This is what. Or even in our case, we will take it here, branching, merging, and all these things. And then next one is, we are going to say that here. Yeah, tagging. Okay, somebody has reviewed that, and he is saying that here in our the current scenario, he is saying that here, hey, tagging comments are missing. Comments are missing. Okay. And he is going to say that here, tagging commands, what are the tagging commands he is expecting, everything is going to give it here. Now, this work is assigned to you. What is the tagging commands and all these things? You need to add it here. What you will take? You will take this ticket number. You will go to your GitHub repository. You will create a branch. New branch you will create from the main branch, and you will create a, this is a one. If you want a extra explanation, we will say that here. Tagging commands you will be saying here. Now you are creating a new branch from the main branch you are creating here, and create this branch. Now you created this is a branch you created here. Now, what are the tagging commands you are going to do that here? You would be adding in this branch. Okay, first of all, you need to get that here. Git pull. I'm going to do this here. We are going to get that pull. Git branch. If you check that here, you have got the Git branch -a. You have got the Git here. You have got the, this is a branch you are having here. Okay, tagging commands you are having here. Now you want to check out that here. Git checkout. You do this branching, you are going to get that here. Oh, no, I made a mistake. Git checkout, we are going to do this here. You are in this branch. Now here you are going to add the tagging commands. You are going to add it here. The tagging commands you are going to add it here. Let's we will go and do here Git tag name. Creates a new tag for the commit. Okay, this is what. And you will be adding here. And here miscellaneous, like now how you are going to add the Git configuration, your username, and I'll just explain this here. Okay, this is what you added here. Some extra things you added here. Now you are going to save this here. Now what you would be doing here is Git status. If I check that here, there is some change you have done that here. Git add, Git commit -m, added tagging tag commands, and you are going to do this here. Git push. You are doing the push. You are doing here, and we learned the previously how to do the local merge. Now we don't want to do the local merge because it is created by somebody this ticket, and they have to review that. Now what we will be doing here is you go to this is a main, and here we are going to do the compare and pull merge. Hey, you compare and do this branch, you compare with the full merge, you are going to do that here. You will be adding the reviewers here. And finally, you will create a pull request. When you create a pull request, the person is going to see that here, what are the changes you have made? Hey, these are the commands, and if everything is looking fine, then that's fine. Otherwise, he will be telling you that here, hey, why did you add the extra commands? And like, no, can you provide the more explanation about that? He can give this comment. He can give his comments. Like no, here once he has given that comments, now you will be getting the notified, and you are going to fix that. And again, you will refresh this pull request. And if everything is fine, then he is going to do the merge pull request. Here I have a permission to do everything, but generally when you're working in a project, you will not have the permission to do without reviewer. It won't be merged that here. Like no, whatever the code you are doing here, sometimes it may require the 2 people review. The criticality of the project and like no, your role depends on that. If you are a beginner, if you are doing that, you may need two persons needs to be approved that. Now here you are going to do the pull request, and I'm going to do this pull request. This code has been merged to the now main branch. It has merged here. Now if you look at here, Git commits. If you look at here, so 10 commits we have done that today. All these things you would be seeing here. Okay, you would be seeing here. What are the things you have done here in this commit? These are the new things you have added in this file. So this is a way you can merge that here. And whenever you are doing here, Git checkout, we are going to say that here main branch, and Git pull, you are going to get the latest code. You are going to get it here. It will be. So everything will be up to date. The same thing you can do from your Visual Studio Code or some other IDE. What are the IDE you are going to use it here? From there also you can do that here. Code.Visual Studio Code, it is going to open in this. Yes, I trust this project. You can see the Git. These are the things you have done that here. Okay. So for whatever you have done that here, you will have a GUI, you will have it here. Suppose if you want to add a extra commands, or here we are going to say that here, these are the commands, git commands you added here. And now the next one is, I'm going to say it as a adding, okay, ensure that which branch you are in, okay. Here we can see that here, git, if I'm going here, okay, we are in the main branch. We don't want to be in a main branch. Now we want to check. We are in the main branch. We don't want to be in a main branch. Don't save. I don't want to be in the main branch. Okay. Here you can see here git branch, git checkout to. So not in the main branch, git tagging commands, you are going to switch to that branch. Now I switch to that branch. Currently it is pointing to this is a branch, it is pointing here. Now here we are going to write it here, adding SSH key to GitHub, adding SSH key to the GitHub. So here we have asked that here how to add the SSH key to the GitHub we added here. So this is the explanation they have given here. Copy this SSH key and go to that, and then this is what they have told that here. Now here open your terminal. Okay, they are going to say that here, enter the following command, replacing with your email ID by adding the address, SSH key -t. This is what you do that here. If you are using the older version of the system, no, don't worry about that here. Just we are going to take this command. So I'm going to take it here. Yeah. Open the command prompt. Okay, open the terminal. Then you are going to do this here. Enter the following command. You need to enter the following command. Let's put it as this is a 1. Okay, these are the steps you are going to add it here. Okay, then you are going to add this is a command we are going to add it here. SSH key gen. You are going to give your email ID. You are going to give it here. Then you would be adding the other things. Okay, other things when you are prompted specified save this key by pressing this is what they are saying that here. Okay, let me take it here. This is what, when prompt is specified, okay, then you are prompted enter the confirm. So just you are going to confirm that here, perhaps, or you can leave no praises, you can leave that here. And once you have done that here, adding the SSH agent, you just this is the agent we are going to add it here. Yeah, this is just to ensure that SSH key is running, agent is running. Okay, this is a eval. We are going to do this command. Once you have done that here, then this will show you that adding the private key to the SSH key agent. You just follow that steps, nothing to do anything extra. So here, what are the steps they have given here? Just you are going to add this here. Okay. Then you are going to copy this, your SSH key. Once you copy that SSH key, then you are going to do that here. Okay. Copy the SSH key to this. Just you are going to do that here. So in case of the Mac or this, you have to do that here. In case of the Windows, you would be doing this. Okay. So copying the SSH key, copy the SSH key. In order to do that here, copying the SSH key, this is a command they are saying here. In case of the Mac and Windows, Mac or Linux, we are going to do this here. In case of the Windows, okay, in case of the Windows, okay, you would be using this is what you are going to use it here. Just to copy that, nothing else here. This command is to copy whatever there in the file content. To copy that, you would be using that. And once you are done with that, then you are going to adding the SSH key to the GitHub. Okay, it is saying that here, go to the github.com. Okay, to add the GitHub, these things you are going to log into the GitHub account, right click and do settings. You click the SSH key, and then you are going to add a title. That's what you are going to add it here. Paste your code and then finally you're going to do that here. So confirm your password. Once you confirm your password, everything, the SSH key will be added. So to test the connection, we are going to do this here, SSH minus T. Like no, I already did all these steps. Like no, just you are going to execute this here, SSH minus T. Hey, this is you are successfully authenticated, but GitHub does not provide you cell access. They are going to say that here. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, this is what, like no, if you do successfully these steps, you will get this message. That means your SSH key is successfully added. Now I made these changes. Now what I want to do here is from my ID, I want to do this commit. Now I'm going to save this file. You see here, when whatever it is highlighted in green color, this has been newly added. This has been newly added. So it is highlighting that here. Now you can write a commit message. Okay, added SSH key note. Added SSH key note. Here we have a commit and push. You can do the commit and push, which is going to be anyway you commit and push, you are saying here. This has been commit and push. It has done to the your branch. Now what I want to do here is you want to merge. Okay, you want to merge. What are the changes you have done that here? You are going to create a one more. Okay. Okay, we are going to create a pull request. Create a pull request you are doing here. You are taking this to the main, from here to main. What are the things you added? These are the new things you added here. Git create, git merge this. Okay, it is checking and we are going to merge this here. Now both the branches in the same level. Okay, here you can get the git pull. So you are going to get the latest code. You are going to get it here. If you want to switch to the other branch, okay, git branch, if you want to check out here, you would be saying here git checkout. Git checkout, where is this? Checkout to, you are going to be main branch, you are going here. And if there is anything you feel that there is something new things, okay, things are not copied, just you do the git pull, you'll get the latest code. Whenever you, the moment you enter into the office, we don't know late night who has pushed the code. You get the latest code every day. Yeah, by using the git pull, you can do that here. So these are the basic commands. As a Git user, you must aware of that. Like, no, what are the code you do from the day one, you put it in a GitHub repository so that it will not be lost. And if somebody asks, hey, I have done the Java several hobby projects and I have worked on the Java, just you can tell that, no, hey, this is what my work is. Like, no, the person knows that here, what are the, like, no, you can, if really is interviewing you, or you want to see that what exactly you have done that here, you need not to open your laptop and show all these things. Like, no, just you can share this link and you can go through that, what are the things and do, what kind of projects you have worked on that. Hobby projects, you can see that here, so that you can evaluate based on your Git commit and how many commits you have done that here. So everything you can check. Definitely it is going to add a added advantage for your profile. Please create a GitHub account. Create a one simple project. So the way we have done that here, Git basics. You create a branches, you pull the code, you push the code. So play around and see that here. And whatever you have done that here, I'm pinging you this repository. You can clone also this repository. Or if you want, you can go and refer that. If you are not using the ChatGPT, just you can refer and what are the things you have done. You can practice once again. Cool. Let me put it in a chat so that you can copy that. I'm pinging you the link where it has got the tutorial and everything it is having here. Thank you guys, and we will see you tomorrow, and we will get start with our programming fundamentals. The JIT is essential. Before we start anything, we have to start with the JIT. Okay, how the JIT works. This is what explanation about that. Thank you. See you tomorrow.